Greetings, this is Kijan. Welcome back to turn 19 as Karaz-a-Karak. We have received a message from Bone Nose Tribe. Oh, get off me, where you stunty gits. Alright, buddy. And he has attacked me. That's a decision. Basically what's happening is he is in a quite attrition heavy on both sides war with Middenheim. And to save this raiding party from being caught by Sombre, he basically attacked me. I think I was considering actually if he isn't gonna do it. If I remember correctly, it's been a couple days since I recorded last turn, like Christmas and stuff, basically. But I thought that would be crazy, but yet he did it. So this is the wastes. So I have a decent number of crossbows here. But unfortunately, I didn't move in here with more, as I was initially considering. So he's gonna get on top of my crossbows, and yeah, it's not looking great. We are close, I think, actually, so if I remember that right, they're gonna rout in 1 second. Yeah, they have 10 morale because experience, but they're in my dominion, right? So yeah, here they started routing, but unfortunately, they're still savage orcs, so if I had maybe like 10 more crossbows, I think it would have been fine. As it were, yeah, this was almost 40 orc boys, couple goblins, 5 savage orc guns, against 17 crossbows. So as far as gold, this is basically equal. You know, every crossbow costs 20, every orc boy costs 8. And it's even comparable resource-wise. So this was basically an even fight, but of course these are crossbows, not dedicated melee troops. So, oh well, that sucks. You know, I'm not happy about losing any dwarves, basically. But yeah. While we're at combat, let's see how does the Dark Elves approach Nehekhara. And here is Barbarian Province, and he just sent villains to death, I suppose. So really no reason to watch it, they died. Fucking. And that I actually killed 5 barbarians. Huh. Impressive. If he had more of them. That's fascinating. I suppose if there are lower PD count than this with the barbarians, the villains actually would have taken them. The short bows, you know, the range weapons in general, the fast shooting ones are quite good against barbarians. And here is his army proper. This is the one that has found our scout. I think nothing really changed about them. I suppose a couple cold ones that I don't think were present. But this is a mix of PD with just couple recruited units, I believe. So of course they're gonna get dumpstered. Some friendly fire though, I assume. Yeah, so 2 bleak swords actually, 1 executioner, that definitely had to be friendly fire, 1 black arc cursor, 1 goblin slave. And yeah, these were like, I assume those are basically recruited as spot, and he maybe brought in scout to try and move them. Nehekhara and Spear Chariot, just 2 of them, did not accomplish anything. So that's that. I assume this is still like before any big fights between those two, so I'll be still trying to catch anything like that happening. And here Knights yeah, Knights attacked this province, so we saw Knights attack Nehekhara, now they're attacking province next to the Dark Elf capital. It's pretty funny. Now, this is Kill and Mine Marauder Scout. I think this is Tzeentch. So the Throne of Fire. That's amazing. I wish I had it. And Throne of Death claimed by... Oh no, sorry. This must be... Hold on. Well, let me just take a look instead of guessing. Oh my god, Khorne getting fucking... Oh no! No! He doesn't need more attack! No! I don't want to fight Khorne. Man, defense stacking hurts. This is 6 blessed points that he just negated by just that. And got access to big fire mages. And meanwhile, yeah, Tzeentch got 5 gem income. That's pretty good for him as well. More scorpion beasts being summoned. Did we find insights? I don't think we have. Doesn't look like it. So more wall howling, and here a little bit of very minor gold loss from insects. Throne of Death causing some aging, and 2 afflictions were cured. Which province is being treated to wolf howling? It's here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move some scorpions and archers to try and deal with this. This should be enough, I hope. In case this is gonna be like werewolves, right? If it's not werewolves, then, you know, just archers would have been enough against dogs. But in case of werewolves, I'm just gonna move out with scorpions, just in case. And you can see that we have some army shifting. Yeah, I talked with Skavens, with Lulus, and he's kind of likely pretty fucked. So I might as well just get ready and delay my attack on Nehe to secure this fort. And also, I'm sending a message to Athel Loren. I don't want to retract it. Hey, Lord of the Woods! I'm kind of embarrassed to read it out loud, so you can pause here and read yourself. You know, I'm trying to keep it a little bit roleplay, I suppose. But what I'm trying to achieve is yoink those 2 provinces as well from him. And I'm basically threatening him war if he doesn't accept it. I'm pretty sure he should accept it. Like, it's really not a big deal for him to not get these 2. Well, technically these 3. Meanwhile, he's getting Skaven land, he's getting the capital, he's getting multiple more forests. And I want to feel secure with both with this fort and not having a better approach to my throne than just from this side. You know, his staff can sneak around, he has a lot of sneaky stuff, and yeah, he can of course still do some cute raiding, but this just gives me a little bit extra buffer, and I also want to have peace with him after I secure those. For the other things, here I'm moving a bunch of crossbows and archers this way, and more crossbows this way in case fucking orcs try and do something cute in here again. They might just try and bail by, but yeah, that's just what I'm gonna go with. And here we're consolidating big force, a lot of crossbows. I really got a decent amount of them. I'm pretty happy about it. Basically all of our rune guards, and we should be able to crack this fort in one go with 580 siege strength. That should be pretty nice. More experience as well, and yeah, we're gonna just storm it just with the sacreds. Our prophet, our prophet is moving back so he can get on Grey Mirks from this side. Otherwise, he just doesn't have enough move to get to this forest. So yeah, just backpedaling a little bit. Other than that, we're continuing our site searching, continuing recruitment of. Well, we dropped the recruitment of rangers, and we are just gonna be getting single or iron breaker every so often. They might still come in handy, even in few numbers, just a brick. And I'm retreating here. I don't want to risk being found, so I'm gonna just get all of my stealth troops waiting here, and then I'm just gonna pour over when the time comes to attack Nehekhara. After I hope to strongman and sign up with Wood Elves before going here, because I also plan to stronghand Naggarond, basically, the Dark Elves. I'm happy to pass him over like these 3. He can take those 3 basically, and he can grab. Oh, he already has caves, right? So, and he's present in those caves too, so he shouldn't really be complaining. Plus, he's getting the water provinces. The issue is the black Arc Corsairs can sail, so it does project power in here even if I take this, besides of course just having way to walk over this way. But yeah, I really do want to secure this land. You know, this fort majorly, and yeah, just who needs to build your own forts if you can just take them, right? So yeah, that's what we were going with. Okay, that would be it for this turn, and I'll talk to you next one. Welcome back. Not much going on this turn. We are moving up alteration now, and after getting construction to 3. It's pretty nice. Couple extra spells. Couple items we could possibly craft. So, yeah, that's true. We can see that Bretonnia did in fact get front of air. Damn it. Yeah, that's less than ideal. I mean, to be fair, it's less than ideal for anyone but us having it. But at least I suppose Bretonnia is not like... I think I could fight them on still my Rune Guard. It's not as scary as Khorne, for example. If Khorne got front of air on the Berserker, that would be horrifying for me. Because I think that crossbows, if we come to clashing, crossbows will actually play a huge role in trying to deal with the Berserkers, the chosen ones. Otherwise, goddamn, they're gonna cut through my Rune Guard. No sights. Unrest with, let's see, more full moon wailing and whatnot. And false prophet. So this dropped our dominion. I thought there wasn't our dominion here anyway, so that's kind of weird that it even happened. Maybe we just spread it in the turn and it spread out, whatever. Unfortunately, bad event here. A little bit loss of population and some gold. Not a huge numbers, but every little bit matters. And we cured 3 afflictions. So as you can see, some action. I did talk to iFlyte after my message. I've sent it to him, and he's fine with what I asked for. So we're gonna move in and grab those 2. And yeah, Lulus has released us from NAP, so we can move on Greymirks and capture that fort. I hope there is lab there. That would be great. So this would be basically what? 1500 for fort and another 900 for the upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 2400 and then 600 gold more. So that's like 3000 capture if we get Greymirks. So yeah, pretty big deal. And here, on the other hand, we see some bad developments. Yeah, Itza is making move on Nehekhara. Meanwhile, Dark Elves are staying in position, so I'm not sure whether this is like some positioning, basically. Like, Cookies is just hesitant on making the move. Maybe some other thing happened and has to pull out. But yeah, these 2 were Nehekhara provinces, and now they belong to the Filthy Lizards. Right. So, with the current time frame, we move on, we capture it turn after, and then we can just pedal back pretty quickly. Getting, those lands. I'd love to make fort here, like pretty soon, so I can actually start making sages for the Astral. Again, made body material. Because, yeah, body material will be extra important. Let's take a look at what Itza has. I don't think we've seen their bless. Hold on, what am I clicking? Let's see, Itza. I don't think I've seen any combats that involve Itza. Yeah, nothing. But like I was saying before, they relied on Saurus Cavalry very heavily. And I think that I absolutely slaughter it with Rune Guard. But the problem are Stegodons, especially if they get buffed. To be fair, let's look at the Stegodon. Well, the main thing, I suppose, regeneration. It's hard to get their protection up this early. Their stats don't really matter as much. It's mainly the fact that they are actually slash resistant, so my blunt damage for once is coming in handy with their own guard, so that's cool. And they cause fear. Fortunately, my morale is pretty great, so maybe the fear... hopefully the fear will not matter. It's not even the guarantee that he's making a lot of those, but this is the main thing I'm worried about. If he's been making a lot of those, it's what, turn 20, right? Potentially 40 of these. I doubt, because they're so hard to afford. But he also had amazing expansion of the Saurus Cavalry, so who knows? Maybe he's capable of squeezing out Gun Riders now. So any number of these will be scary. Croxigors could be spooky if they landed hits. Fortunately, they will likely not be able to hit me that often. So yeah, they should get pummeled to crisp as well. Let's see. Out of salmons, I don't think so. Salamanders, a little bit. Again, we do have some fire resistance. With strength buff, it's gonna go up to 16. So this can absolutely do damage to my Rune Guard. So This should be respected, but again, they're pretty fragile. But of course, the main spooky things are the mages. So I'm not sure how many he was able to afford up until now. It's obviously difficult, but any single slan, basically, if he gets enough research, can put up quite nasty things. And the main nasty thing I'm worried about is gonna be, of course, let's see, nature, fall vapors. They can cast fall vapors, right? They do have access to water, not crazy. Yeah. So fall vapors would be the earliest spell I'd be worried about, because stuff like body ethereal and flight, whatever. He can do whatever the hell he wants as long as it's not fall vapors. The risk of fall vapors definitely, because it's gonna come in sooner or later. I do have to get out some shamans, right? Be it from this or this province, it doesn't really matter. I should just pick the one that I will not soak out resources from. So definitely not this one, because this one will be done from those two. Let's see, any other provinces around? There is a one. I suppose it's gonna be okay if we just, yeah, instead of building like off fort and try to get couple, we could probably get couple from the front province. Kinda sucks, of course, because every Deer Tribe Shaman is gonna be sageless, but that's probably gonna be most economically sound. Unless there are Markatas here. I'm not sure. I think Markata is gonna have Astral Mages, though. I don't think they're Nature Mages. We'll see once we take it. But yeah, definitely ought to try and get the fort up here pretty soon. This makes me actually want to reconsider continued recruitment of indie troops from all over the place. I might actually cut it right now, so we'll do it live. Maybe not. Okay, I changed my mind. No, I do want to keep on going. Unless I really do need money, I will keep on recruiting those crossbows. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I should have enough money. We just paid for the Rune Lord. So we should be able to save up for Temple and maybe start upgrading the fort here. We're gonna try and see also with our scout what's going on in Skavenblight. Let's actually, since we're gonna be taking this province now, we have a good chance of retreating back if we get found out. So let's take that precaution right now. So yeah, that would be it for this turn, and I'll talk to you next one. Welcome back. Let's go for combat first. So we see Itza moving on Nehekhara. Let's check those out first. A decent chunk of cold ones. So yeah, the slightly underpriced, exceptionally good cavalry for Lizardmen. Of course, gonna crush some PD and chariots. Not much contest there. And the other one was here. So both forests have been lost by Nehekhara, and this is a big blob of about 40. With the cold one being the leader, Iron Will. It's okay. It helps against getting sniped by Might or something like that. So yeah, of course, you know, crushed. Right. A couple other things will be, well, Naggarond attacking Nehekhara with just a bunch of slaves and couple animals. This is kind of interesting that they keep on fighting, sort of. I think Naggarond is trying to peace out Tomb Kings, although at the same time he's the one that actually invited Itza to attack them, so this is a little bit weird, the situation right now. So this was like very half-assed attack. I mean, if it's Snipe Commander with those cold ones, the Sea Dogs, that would have worked. Sucks about losing Beastmaster a little bit, you know, 150 gold, but yeah, oh well. Not that big of a investment for that attack. The other fight that we want to check out is Wood Elves pinging Fort of Skaven. Right, so yeah, there's a lot to look at. The garrison is made out of slingers, so not very threatening against anything semi-decently armored. But technically against Wood Elves they can do some work. Some Clanard spears holding the gate, a lot of giant rats which are just being summoned by the Packmasters, so that's always some chaff. Plague Monks that we saw they were used for expansion. I really do like them, although Yeah, they don't really hold much chance against Sacred Calf of the Wood Elves. Rat Ogres are really cool. Not only they cost very little upkeep, although they have limited recruitment, they come with a Berserker free. So those are pretty damn respectable chunks of 30 hit points, 2 per tile, so 4 attacks. Quite solid troop. They have some poison resistance, so you're not that afraid of friendly fire on them with stuff like Poison Wind Mortars, right? He does have a couple of these. Unfortunately, they will not be nearly as good against Wood Elves because Wood Elves do have access to various poison stuff. Same thing about Poison Wing Globadiers. Both of these units I was in particular terrified against if I were to end up fighting Skaven. Some other cool units got the runners. Yeah, very nice, very killing stealthy unit. Some poison and shurikens. Okay, for some reason I thought those might have been AP. But yes, more poison, and they're skirmishers. I'm actually surprised that they are not fire while moving. Maybe you cannot do that on foot soldiers. That might be the case. It might be only cavalry thing as far as properly working, because I think otherwise it makes sense for Gatterans. I think they can throw shurikens with their tails basically. So yeah, more main book. It's more Plague Monks. We see some Council Guard. So yeah, these guys are pretty cool. Actually, let's take a look at the Rat Bless. I don't think I've seen it yet. Morale, Defense, Blower, Blood Surge, Righteous Wrath. Okay, Righteous Wrath is cool. It's especially good on the other Sacreds, the Censer Bearers, because some of them will definitely die. And these guys, 2 attacks each, +2 against shield, big swinging flail with poison effect. Funnily enough, they don't have enough poison resistance to protect themselves from poison. So if you ever make a bless for Census Bearers, I really suggest you to take the poison rest points. And Righteous Wrath is solid. Blood Surge, of course, great. It's interesting that he opted for some defense. I suppose it does make them slightly less instantly hit by anything. But because of them getting instantly auto-berserked when bless +4, I probably wouldn't bother trying to negate their defense malus and just go all out on offense, or maybe get more hit points with Undying, stuff like that. And yeah, the console guards are the other sacred. Yeah, they'll be hitting super hard as well with the Righteous Wrath and Blood Surge if they get there. Pretty okay troop. They're cheap. In general, Skaven are more of a scale nations, definitely in my opinion. Couple mages, so Packmasters for Rats. Fraught is the hero, so that's the hero that summons more stuff, and is a mage with quite a hefty regeneration. A pretty spooky guy, actually. Skavens do have nice heroes. More Wind Globadiers. Let's see. Scry Warlocks. These guys can be absolutely terrifying later in the game because of the Warp Lightnings, which is one of the main reasons why I even bother taking shock resistance. Skrok is another hero. This guy is like a Giga Plague Monk. What does he do? I guess he's a good leader. He does have Poison Cloud. Big attack. Oh yeah, so he's basically a Censor Bearer on Crag as a hero. Chunky hit points. He's also a good mage actually, Death. Body free, has fear. But yeah, as sizable as this army is, we probably would have beaten it rather handily. Even against the poison effect, and I think Wood Elves will also just roll over it with the sacreds he has at his disposal. Let's just take a look if I missed maybe any other hero. So Master Mutator was Fraught, and Plague, yeah, was Krog. So yeah, he does have 2 heroes. Unfortunately, he didn't. I talked with Lulus. Unfortunately, he didn't get his assassin hero. Oh wow, I'm blanking. Not the Wretch. Shit. The one that killed Thorgrim, technically. Wow, I'm absolutely blanking. Hold on. I will hate myself if I don't remember. Let's see. Skaven. Assassin. Should give me the Ashen Assassin. Deathmaster. Tzeentch. Right. I didn't even see the name, and when I saw Deathmaster, I remember it's Tzeentch. So yeah, unfortunately he didn't get Tzeentch. If he had Tzeentch, then I think Wood Elves actually would have had big trouble. Tzeentch would just be able to kill every commander one at a time. Okay, so that's for fights. We retook the province. We took the province of Elf, so everything is according to plan. Now for the event, we have moved the ancient fort site, so that's the fire draw one. That's awesome. And we found another growing reserve, so that's awesome. Hopefully it's gonna move also pretty quickly, and we're gonna get remaining ones rapidly. It's really slow. Like it's really slow the pace we're getting those sites. A little bit of population loss, dominions, false prophet. I don't really have time to patrol him out, but it doesn't really matter. This is actually the province that we had the the site just last turn, so good thing it just moved. Worldwide unrest, annoying because that's income loss, and yeah, we breached the fort, of course. For the other things, we jumped through alteration 1 and 2, and we're going for 3. Yeah, let's just take a look at the research. Yeah, I'm still kind of fixed on going for Alt 5 just to get the transmute fire and help me get out all more forts. The fourth game, turn 21, I don't have any other forts, it's really slow. Although, of course, we're gonna get one from Grey Mirks now, so that's awesome. Right, and let's talk about actually. I'm storming only with Sacreds. That's more than enough. I think it's basically empty fort, and I don't want to risk any friendly fire crossbows. Actually, yeah, speaking of that, I want to show you something, because I'm really confused about one thing. So here we move, there is some PD. Here's the reason why I don't like crossbows. Amazing shot, you eat it. Just smacked my rune guard for 11. And here's a weird thing. The same guy just got hit for another 8. Of course, weakened. Fortunately, he's gonna heal in time. But if we take a look at the log, there's one thing I'm super confused about. So it says Clans War, yeah, 11 points, and Engineer with Engineer Arbalest for 8. Armor defeating, protection just by 2, that's fair enough. But this part I'm just puzzled. Damage roll 11? Why is it 11? I don't know. And protection roll of 7 also doesn't make sense. Like, I'm so confused. Actually, no, it does make sense. It's reduced by 2, I think, after being halved. Actually, I might be unconfusing myself. Yeah, so half and then -2. Okay, that'll make sense for it to be 7. But I'm confused about the 11. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Because if you take a look at the Engineer has 19 points of damage Arbalest. So it's 8 points less, but the shield is 5? Parry, like... do you think it's the protection of shield divided in half and then it's taking off the damage of the crossbow bolt? I'll be honest with you, I never really bothered to check how rolls against shields with ranged weapons work, so... Yeah, this might be the first time I really paid attention to it, because whew, that was close way to lose Rune Guard with Friend of Fire. But I assume that's what happened, right? The half protection of shield taken away from bolt damage, and this is of course the armor after pierce and armor penetration and armor defeating hit, right? Let me know in the comments if that's what happened. But yeah, that's that here. So for other plans, yeah, we're just gonna grab this province. Just gonna continue picking up various stuff, and here the other decision I'm kind of making is I wish I did it earlier, that would have been maybe one more Iron Breaker. But I'm moving the stealth guys back because it's still gonna be a while before I can master my force against Nehekhara, and I still want to see what's going on exactly, if Itza is committing more. I'd much prefer them to fight it out between themselves, and I can then swoop in and fight Itza if he's on Nehekhara and whatnot. I heard that Nehekhara does have very sizable stack, and he can definitely produce chariots in a pace that will outmatch my Rune Guard, I feel like. So I just don't want to basically knock myself out of the game by attacking the player that's in big trouble, right? So I'm gonna be more opportunistic about this. And speaking of opportunities, I believe I think I'll try, after taking this throne, I will move on nearby this, from this fort, nearby to this throne. And I might try and take it. And at the same time, I'm gonna intervene in a war between Bone Nose and Middenheim, and hopefully I'll just swoop the territory of Bone Nose. I know I could probably very easily be able to kill Middenheim, but I want to keep things kinda roleplay, where dwarves, and humans will be facing against threats of the world. With the chaos degenerate elves, stupid lizards, hedonistic elves, and whatnot. But yeah, speaking about this front, so like I was mentioning, the main issue are fire snakes, because they have AoE fire flare attack. I think it's fire flare, right? So while I do have some fire resistance, it still probably would be enough to cause some issues and potentially losses on my densely packed formations of Rune Guard. And unfortunately, winter is about to hit its peak. Preferably, I would attack it at late winter, but just middle winter, right? When it would go to cold 2 or even 3, depending on if the cold dominion of Middenheim would be helping it. And that's because fire snakes do have firepower, so that would be cool to knock it down. And especially it would be cool to attack it in the heat. But I might still go for it. This shouldn't be really much of an issue regardless. Let's see, how's the research going? Where's the fire resistance spell, the basic one? It's here. I could try with less. I mean, would be kinda stupid. I probably shouldn't just bother. Where's my, I do have that one, Protection of Grogny. This one's pretty early, it's only 4, but I would need the regular smiths for it. I don't have any. I will see about it, but I think I will still just risk it a little bit. I think Rune Guard should be fine. I think they'll just kill the fire snakes quickly enough to not get killed themselves, and they'll just regenerate out of the AoE damage, so... but I still will ping it first, don't worry about it. Anyways, that would be it for this turn. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.